It's crisper. The throttle itself, the fueling seems better between like 5 and 8 grand RPM.
I mean, the main problem for me with the Yamaha is threefold actually. First off is it's £1,000 more than anything else here, which is, well, that's a lot, you know. Secondly is these tyres it comes on. If you'd have seen, you know, following Alistair, I was actually able to keep up with Alistair without trying, at least for a few laps, and it's entirely down to these here, because they're very old and not very nice, and the problem is, it's £1,000 more, you buy the bike, you have to drop another £200 on tyres. And last but not least, it's a bit of a cock on the road, to be honest, compared to the others. It's absolutely gutless, you know, it doesn't want to pull. You'll get used to it, don't get me wrong, plenty of people out there with R6s, but the problem is, you know, if you can get on any of the others on the road, and it just feels like a breathless, it's just rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not as asthmatic as the last bike, as, you know, in 2009 bike, 2008, 2009 bike. But again, you know, the reason it's fourth is because it's rubbish on the road, and we're Fast Bikes magazine is solely or mostly a road bike magazine.
But if we were only ever going to buy a bike to go on track,
exactly,
we'd ignore everyone here, wouldn't we? And it'd be this bad boy.
Spend the 9 grand. Also, another little complaint is the brakes. You know, they're still not as good as anything else here. They're very wooden, lack feel. So some braided lines and some different pads would be a good idea as well as the tyres.
So right, first podium spot, huh? Who do you think it's going to be?
Voila.
The best paint scheme in the world.
Well, again, the paint scheme, along with the Triumph, it's a bit of a Marmite thing, 50-50 really. People are saying they're loving it. As soon as we put out the woman's face, they're like, ooh, no, don't like that. But third place, it's soft, it's slow compared to the others, but it's the best road bike, one of the best road bikes anyway. But like I said, on track, it lacks a slipper clutch. It really lacks a slipper clutch. You can't use first gear for the hairpins unless you're, you know, really good with the manual slip of the clutch.
Or Rossi.
But it's just a nice bike, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is. I mean, the thing for me is that of all the bikes on track today, this is the one I enjoyed the least. And it's weird because I've loved CBR 600s, the RRs on track. Thing is though, it's weird. The 2 years this has been out for, or 3 years it's been out for, it's quite telling now. You know, it really has fallen behind. And again, for if you're kind of an average kind of guy like me, the slack slip clutch might not necessarily bother you too much. Definitely won't on the road. It's just as good as Suzuki on the road. These two are fantastic. But you know, the suspension on track, if you're not going to start fiddling, if you want to just go on track, you're going to come under problems with the suspension really. If you look at the tyres on the bike, the tyres worked a lot harder than anything else here, a lot harder, just because of the way it's set up so softly. But you know, it's a Honda, it will be mint probably in 4 years, 5 years time if you look after it. Holds its value really, really well. And even with, you know, our whinges and complaints, it's still in third place. So, you know, you can't go wrong. Again, you can't go wrong with one of them. They're fantastic.
It is I mean, the front end is sublime. It's the lightest in class, and it feels like it as well.
Yeah. Oh, it turns so quickly, doesn't it? Yeah. It's just a shame because it turns so fast, and then the suspension has a little paddy kind of thing, so it kind of ruins that super fast turning speed. But yeah, I mean, you know, kind of 8 out of 10 roughly, isn't it? About.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give it 8 out of 10 for sure.
Maybe 7.5.
Yeah. All right. 7.5. Fair enough. Right.
Second place. The Quacker, the Green Meanie. Again, no changes this year, but it is. Today has highlighted just how good this bike is. I mean, we've ridden it obviously on the launch. Apart from that, it's been in England on our test track, tight and twisty. But you could bring it out here and really let it breathe and use the revs and use the power, and it's just a fantastic bike. Stable. The BPF forks, the anti-dive, essentially is an anti-dive fork. Really help with braking and stability.
I mean, they made me feel like a hero, to be honest with you, because you can absolutely carve into a turn, still on the brakes, and it just doesn't, you know, there's no upset, nothing. It just screams. It's beautiful. It's absolutely lovely. And, you know, even, I mean, to be honest with you, the standard tyres on this are really good, but this just deserves a Supercourse or a Michelin Power 1 or something like that. It deserves, you know, or even a Bridgestone RS3. What are the new Bridgestones?
BT003.
That's one, 003. Even them, it really deserves some, you know, even better rubber. Even one good thing I have to say is this Öhlins steering damper, which we've really berated quite a lot, seems to work on this bike, strangely.
Maybe
certainly,
2010 they've changed it to a proper Öhlins.
I hope they have, because they certainly never worked before, and normally you were sending it back every 6 weeks to have new seals, because they used to burst all the time. But no, I mean, for me it's great. It's so stable. The brakes weren't quite as good as I was used to on this. Do you think?
I think it was just a one-off. Yeah,
I think that
it was brand new. The bike had done 17 miles when we had it. When we pulled out the pit lane today, and it got an absolute caning. So I think the brakes, I think it was just a one-off, but usually all fine.
Yeah, but otherwise it is. I mean, for me, it's so close to, to what won the test. Basically, it's, a personal preference could be a big part, and I do fit on this better than I do the winner. But I think if I had to choose you two, there's only one bike we go for, and that is the Triumph Daytona 675.
Straight out of Hinckley.
I mean, what's not to like? I mean, I love the styling. It reminds me of an old 250 GP bike, which is good because that's how it handles pretty much.
That's exactly how it handles.
Exactly how it handles.
Even Gary McCoy agrees.
Yeah, Gary McCoy said the same thing, and I'm sure if we speak to Mr. Chaz Davies, he'll probably say the same. It comes on Pirelli Supercourses. Win straight away, best tyres out of the lot. You'll never go wrong with them. Even in the wet, they're fantastic, and they're track tyres.
Out of the box, it's just you ride it, you leave it. There's no need to alter it. No. I mean, every other bike here, bar maybe the Kawasaki, need a lot of modifications or adjustments to get the best out of it for everyone. But this, straight out of the box, it's absolutely sublime.
The only problem for me, I don't know about you, is it's a bit like an 1198. I think I said earlier when I got off it, in that you have to think ahead for hanging on, basically. If you had some stomp grips, it wouldn't be a problem at all. Yeah. Go ride it, because it is absolutely fantastic. I mean, end of the day, this is the 2010 Fast Bikes Supersport Bike of the Year. Give me some skin. Boom. Okay, hi everyone. Little bit knackered now. It's been a fantastic day. Till I'm unfixed, I can't lift my arm further than that out from all the hard braking. But we're going to be heading home tomorrow morning, driving back to the UK, pretty much hoping it doesn't snow through France. But it's been a great day. Massive thanks to Bike Channel. These guys have come, they've filmed us, they've got some great onboard stuff, they've given us some great kind of, mucking around stuff for me and Alistair. So big thanks to them. And roll on the next one, huh? This is about the only time I would ever let him get away with this.
Ciao, bye bye.